My thoughts following Borussia Dortmund's comfortable dissection of FSV Mainz. Look, Mainz historically have been our weak point, have been our bogus team. We all know what happened in the season of 2022-2023 when on the final game day, all we needed was a comfortable win, but we drew to them. Anyway, history aside, a comfortable win. I'm really happy with that. I was expecting a win, and to be fair, we made the most of our chances, which is unusual as of late. We were, very converted a lot of chances in front of goal. 4 goals, 4 assists for Julian Rierson, and 2 goals for Zeo Guarassi, 1 for Maximilian Bayer. And then at the end, I think it was Kani Chukwuemeka. So all in all, a very encouraging performance. I love to see Reggiani get game time, the under-17 Italian defender. That's obviously a great sign. I'm hoping he can become a prominent feature in Dortmund's team, perhaps throughout the latter stages of next year's season. And otherwise, look, it's a step in the right direction. We're still 6 points within reaching distance, more or less, of Bayern. And I think that has silenced some people because now we have won 6 games on the trot in the Bundesliga and are still unbeaten since we lost to Bayern. And the next game we play, I think, is Leipzig, and then it's Bayern. So the next 4 fixtures will be incredibly telling to see how our season unfolds. I think, quite frankly, obviously, we have the 2 games against Atalanta in between, and I'm very confident that we can win those. I think we're the far more convincing team, we're the better team all around, a bit more formidable attacking side. Obviously, Atalanta now with the departure of Lokman. Yeah, I know he didn't do a lot sort of this season, but nonetheless, I think I don't want to underestimate them, obviously, but Dortmund, given their class and given their ability also off the ball to hopefully control the game, should progress. And then obviously, as I said, Leipzig and Bayern, the 2 sort of considerable teams that could challenge Dortmund, and then we have it. So I think the 4 games are going to be really indicative to see how Dortmund's end of the season shapes up. And if Dortmund can weather that storm and get 3 wins and a draw, then by all means I think we can label it a successful season, only having lost once to Bayern. But I can also, I am bracing myself for, 2 losses and a draw and a win. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, I think the main goal is to finish second. We should blend out all the comments thinking that Dortmund can still become champions. I think that's a very unrealistic aim. The slip-up that Bayern had was bound to happen. It was normal. It was very unlikely that they were going to go all season without being unbeaten. They're also just a team, their players, experience fatigue, experience rotation, just like that. So it's perfectly normal that Bayern lost. And so I think that Dortmund, what they should focus on, as Kovac rightly said, is to try and increase the gap between them and the 3rd place. That's all they should do. And I think that anything else, obviously I understand Schlotterbeck's comments, and last week I made the suggestion that they should actually challenge Bayern. Look, by all means, go for it. Play attacking football, risk everything. I think now is the moment to do that. But at the same time, I don't think you want to sort of fall victim to what could be on the backside of that and that dropping vital point. So I think 2nd place and building off of that is a far more successful and important structure to have, as opposed to trying to go all guns blazing and then perhaps as a result then losing out on 2nd place. So I think Dortmund can be very content with themselves, and the next 4 fixtures, in fact the next sort of month and a half, will be very telling to see how Dortmund's season shapes. And I really can't wait to experience it. I think Dortmund's season has been one quite remarkable in the sense that we've had a fantastic Bundesliga campaign, luck aside, results going in our favour aside. And that really needs to be highlighted here because I think it's massively been taken out of context. The narrative has sort of been spun onto different teams having bad seasons. Yes, that's partially true. But Dortmund have a fantastic campaign, only 1 loss and 6 draws. I think if you would have given Dortmund their position the way they are, only being 6 points behind Bayern, any Dortmund fan would have taken it. So I think there's a lot of positives we can take from that, and I think that's the sort of the intended goal with this video. I think we should take the positives, focus on what's ahead, and see where Dortmund can be in a week's time when I'm speaking to you next weekend, and then obviously following the results against Atalanta and the future results. So a lot of positives to take from that. Dortmund obviously conceded some possession and yielded some sort of attack and chances to Mainz, which was expected, but all around a convincing win. We made use of our chances. I'm hoping Guarassi is now back, has found his shooting boots, and that Dortmund can build on that performance and really focus on what they need to do.